The eerie house on Willow Lane has been a topic of whispered discussions among the townspeople for years. Aaron Cole, a young professional, moves into the house, initially thinking it's just an old, abandoned home.
The house has been empty for a while. There are stories, of course, rumors really, about what happened here.
You must listen, the knocking starts at midnight. It's not just the wind.
Knocking sounds? That's just a silly superstition. I'm not worried.
Aaron settles into his new home, finding it old but still livable, with creaky floors and groaning pipes. For 2 nights, Aaron sleeps peacefully, but on the 3rd night, he wakes up at 2:46 a.m. to the sound of 3 slow, hollow knocks.
The knocking continues, this time coming from directly under the bed.
Aaron finally decides to investigate, but just as he's about to look under the bed, the landlord's warning echoes in his mind. Aaron laughs it off as ridiculous and looks under the bed. Finding nothing, Aaron climbs back into bed, relieved, and the knocking stops. However, the next night, the knocking returns, this time louder and coming from the floor, not under the bed. Aaron follows the sound, realizing it's moving across the floor, and eventually reaches the bedroom door. The knocking stops, and then something knocks on the door from the outside, making Aaron's heart race.
Who's there?
You weren't supposed to look under the bed.
You woke it. The knocking starts again, this time coming from everywhere in the house. And it's walls, ceiling, and floor. Too late.
The bed begins to shake, and Aaron sees a pale hand push out from under the bed frame, followed by many more.
Aaron screams and runs for the door, but when he opens it, there's no hallway, just darkness.
The bed collapses as something large forces its way out from beneath it, and the knocking stops forever.
The next morning, the house looks the same, but the landlord arrives with a new set of keys, as another tenant has disappeared.
Years later, a new family moves into the house, unaware of the dark history that surrounds it.
The new family begins to experience strange occurrences, including unexplained noises and movements.
Eerie Shadowglow, a 25-year-old resident of the house, is introduced, with her slender figure, dark hair, and piercing emerald eyes.
Eerie's style is described as modest yet elegant, reflecting her affinity for the mysterious and unknown.
Eerie is cautious and reserved, weighing the risks and consequences of her actions due to years of dealing with strange occurrences in the house.
Eerie's voice is soft and melodious, often barely.
Eerie's laughter is rare and tinged with nervousness, a trait that reveals.
Eerie's eyes, however, are the windows to her soul, reflecting a deep sense of determination and a willingness to confront the darkness that threatens to consume her.
Eerie is a complex, enigmatic figure, torn between her desire to uncover the secrets of the house and her fear of delving too deep into the unknown.
Eerie begins to investigate the strange occurrences in the house, starting by researching its history.
Eerie discovers that the house has a long history of mysterious events, with many previous tenants disappearing under mysterious circumstances.
Eerie becomes increasingly obsessed with uncovering the truth about the house, poring over books and talking to locals.
Eerie's friends and family become concerned about her safety and well-being, as she spends more and more time in the house.
Eerie's obsession with the house leads her to make a series of reckless decisions, including breaking into the house at night to investigate.
Eerie discovers a hidden journal belonging to one of the previous tenants, which reveals a dark history of possession and demonic activity.
Eerie becomes convinced that the house is possessed by a malevolent entity, and that she's the only one who can help it.
You need to leave this place, Eerie. It's not safe.
Please, listen to us. We're afraid of what will happen if you stay.
Just let us help you.
Era refuses to leave, feeling that she's on the brink of a major discovery, and that the house is trying to communicate with her.
Era's behavior becomes increasingly erratic, as she becomes more and more convinced that the house is alive and trying to tell her something.
Era's relationships with her friends and family reach a breaking point, as they become worried about her mental health and safety.
Era's obsession with the house leads her to make a series of desperate attempts to contact the entity, including performing seances and rituals.
Era's behavior becomes increasingly erratic, as she becomes more and more convinced that the entity is trying to communicate with her. Era's final ritual goes horribly wrong, and she disappears into the house, never to be seen again.
The house on Willow Lane is left abandoned, with rumors of Ira's fate spreading throughout the town. Years later, a new family moves into the house, unaware of the dark history that surrounds it.
The new family begins to experience strange occurrences, including unexplained noises and movements.
The family becomes obsessed with uncovering the truth about Era and the house, and they begin to research its history.
The family becomes convinced that the house is a nexus point for different dimensions and realities, and that Era's spirit is still trapped inside.
The family begins to experience a series of bizarre and unexplained events, including sightings of Ira's ghost and mysterious messages. The family becomes obsessed with communicating with Era's spirit, and they begin to perform seances and rituals.
The family's research leads them to believe that Era's spirit is trying to warn them of an impending disaster, and that they must leave the house immediately.
The family ignores Era's warnings, and they continue to investigate the house, leading to a series of terrifying consequences.
The house on Willow Lane is left abandoned once again, with rumors of the family's fate spreading throughout the town.
Era's spirit is finally at peace, as she's able to move on from the house and its dark history.
The house on Willow Lane is left to stand as a monument to the dangers of obsession and the power of the unknown.
Era's shadow glow awakens in the dead of night to the sound of knocking, her heart racing with memories of Aaron's fate.
She cautiously gets out of bed and approaches the door, listening intently for any signs of disturbance, but there's only silence.
With a deep breath, she slowly turns the handle and pushes the door open, revealing a dark and empty hallway.
The knocking grows louder as Era approaches the entrance hall, her skin prickling with unease as she senses a presence lurking just out of sight.
With a surge of adrenaline, she flings open the front door, revealing a dark and moonless night, the only sound the distant hooting of an owl.
Era steps out into the darkness, her senses on high alert as she scans the surroundings, searching for any signs of movement or danger.
The knocking has stopped, and an oppressive silence has fallen over the house, making Era wonder if she's truly alone. She takes a deep breath and begins to walk away from the house, her feet carrying her in a random direction as she tries to shake off the feeling of being watched.
The trees grow closer together here, casting long and ominous shadows on the ground, making Era feel.
She quickens her pace, her breath coming in short gasps as she tries to outrun the feeling of being pursued.
A low growl rumbles through the air, making Era's blood run cold as she sees a pair of...
The figure steps forward, its features illuminated by the moonlight, revealing a face that's both familiar and yet utterly...
Era's eyes are fixed on the face, her mind racing with questions and theories about the identity of the figure and its connection to her own destiny.
Era's emerald eyes scan the tree's twisted trunk, searching for any signs of movement or disturbance.
As she searches, the tree's branches seem to shift and twist, as if they're alive. Era takes a step back, her eyes fixed on the tree's trunk as it seems to pulse with a malevolent energy.
Era turns to run, but her feet feel rooted to the spot as the tree's branches seem to reach out and grab her. As the branches wrap around her, Era feels a surge of energy course through her body.
As the transformation reaches its peak, Era's face contorts into a twisted, inhuman visage.
The forest is quiet.
The forest is quiet, the only sound the distant hooting of an owl, as Era, now a creature of
The forest is quiet. The forest is quiet. The only sound the distant hooting of an owl. The forest is quiet. The forest is quiet. The only sound the distant hooting of an owl. The forest is quiet. The only The forest is quiet. The only sound the distant hooting of an The forest is quiet. The only sound the distant hooting of an owl. As